Hey, do you like to paper craft? Come along with me and let's make this. It's so cute. Look. It's a little folio. It's got all kinds of little pockets. All kinds of little pockets. It's got some specimen pads in it. It's got some little hidden pockets in it. Come along with me. Let's make this. So excited. Hey everybody, this is Melina from scrapbookingwithme.com, and today I wanted to share with you a folio, and it's going to be a little different shaped than any other folio that we have done. And so we're starting with 12 by 12 paper. This is like a cardstock thickness. If you are a stickler about directional paper, so like this nondescript script that's on the back of this, some of it will be upside down, but it's so tiny, I'm not worried about that, and a lot of it's going to get covered up anyway. So we're going with 12 by 12 paper, and we are going to score it at 4 inches all the way across, and then 8 inches all the way across, or down, whatever you want to say. 4 inches and 8 inches, and then we're going to turn it, and my paper is just slightly longer than 12 inches for whatever reason, so I'm just going to butt it in there. Okay, we're going to score at 6 inches. Okay, and then we're also going to score at 1.5 and 10.5. Okay, all right, so then you have a 12 by 12 paper that looks like this. I'm going to put my scoring tool up, and then I'm going to get my big scissors, my shears. And remember, things that I use in this video I have gotten from our shop, our shop at scrapbookingwithme.com. Okay, so that 6-inch line right down the middle, that 6-inch score line, we're going to go as straight as possible all the way across up until this last line. The 4-inch line is here, 8-inch line is here, so we're going all the way to that one. Okay, we're going to fold it over. And y'all know that Miss Julie over at Camellia Crafts Design, she is the one sheet wonder folio queen over there. So I'm sure that she has made one like this as far as this design and stuff. But I think this one might even be a little different from things that she has made. So then you're just going to score, fold over all of your score lines, and then we're going to fold up our little score lines. Okay, so we got something that looks something like that. Then you're going to come over here and fold these up. And on this side, fold these up. Okay. But of course, you figure out which side you want to be where. And now you just start folding this over. And this is where I look and go, do I want the blue on the outside for all of it? Or do I want some of that gold on the outside? What are we going to do? So this is about what you've got here. Okay. And where these are going to be the bottoms. They're going to be your little built-in pockets. It's going to go in this folio. And then, so we have this, we've folded it over. This is eventually going to be glued so that we have a pocket here. Okay, but we've got our little pockets down here and our little pockets down here because we have folded this 12 by 12 over on itself. Okay, what we're going to do now is cut out this middle pocket on both sides, and that just helps you to get out some bulk from folding so many times. So we're just going to chomp it out, and we're going to do like a little V pattern kind of thing to kind of get a little extra out of there so we don't have such a hard time with the pockets. So this flap right here that was a pocket was going to be one of our bottom pockets. We're going to cut that off now. Okay, just the middle one on both sides. So go ahead and cut that off. Okay, so this side has the pocket and the pocket, and I'm going to go in V pattern just a little more so that those two match up kind of. Alright, then we're going to do the same thing on this side. Just a little slight V, so you're going into the pocket a little bit on that side so it's not butted right up against that fold. Okay. And then we are trimming off that middle pocket. Okay, so then you have something that looks like that. Neat. And we're going to fold it over on itself. So that fold that we did not cut is here to my right. And I have a pocket on this side and a pocket on this side. No pocket in the middle, and then a pocket on the end on both sides. Okay, so here's that fold. We're going to fold it over this way and fold it over this way. Okay, and then we're going to flip it over, and we're going to fold it over this way and fold it over this way. Okay, so then you have flipping out this way, and on this side flipping out this way. And see, I'm getting a little bit of resistance here, so what I'm going to do, easy fix, is go in here and do a little bit deeper of a V notch so that when you fold it over again, you might not have that bulking up on the corner. So then I'll just cut off another little piece of it. Okay, so let's look at this other side and see if I have that same issue over here. And I do not. We're good on that side. Now what we're going to do is that folded piece that's in the middle, because here's your folio base. You already got your folio base going, and this part that's folded in the middle, we're going to get our liquid glue, and we're going to leave this end open. We're going to glue the inside and the bottom together. So when we fold this up, that's going to be together now and just open right here, and we're going to have that as a little pocket. It's going to have like a little tabby kind of thing in there. we're just going to hold that together and let it get nice and glued down. Now we need to do all of our inking around the edges before we glue down these bottom pockets. So let's do that. Just going to ink with, I'm doing Vintage Photo today. And I think I'm going to leave that like that. I'm going to maybe round the corners up here. Let's look and see what that's going to look like. Alright, I think I have successfully inked every piece, even the little folds, and all of these pockets that I have still. I am going to glue up the edges. So just fold them up and do that on every one of them, front and back. Just hold them for a couple of seconds and you should be good. They should adhere up quite nicely. And I'll pull y'all in just a minute because we're not working with a full 12 by 12 now. I can pull you in a little bit after I get all of those pockets, and I think I've got them. Okay, now what I'm going to do on that folded part that we glued together, and we've got that one opening there we're going to make a pocket out of. I'm going to go in here. I'm not going to go into the bottom pocket, but just the side flap pocket, and about center from here to here. I'm going to punch out a notch and then ink that notch just like that. And then I'm going to do notches in these also. So I'm going to just fold it up like this so that center piece is there. I'm going to fold it just like that and get these pretty much at the same spot. And something is very funny to Bethany. And then I'm going to do a little notch on those also. And I'm going to ink outside and inside there. Same thing over here. Ink that and ink that. And because I know I'm going to get this question, and look, when you fold them up, just gives a little extra interest, and then you've got the notch there too. I like that. I like how that looks. I know I'm going to get this question. This is 4 inches by 4.5 inches. So 4.5 inches tall by 4 inches wide, closed up like this. Okay? So that is the start of our little folio. And now we need to do some decorating, and we're going to make some different kinds of pockets to go here. We're going to have to cover up what we want to. If you have directional paper and something's upside down, you'll need to cover that up. And then we're going to do, let's see, so this is going to be my back. I'm probably just going to put on another piece of paper. I'm not going to put a pocket or anything on the back. That will be my front, so we'll need to dress that up really good. We'll need to put some kind of pocket or something here. And then something back here also. Okay, and you want to get out some die cuts of some kind. I'm using the Nature Study ephemera bits from 49 Market, and I'm also using some collage paper from 49 Market. This is new to us in our shop. It's called Blossom Collage Sheets, and they're really, really thin, like newspaper thin. I love them. And I want to cover up this part where we took off that bottom pocket, and then I want to cover up this part where we took off that bottom pocket. And yeah, that looks a little bit wonky to me. But once we decorate this, I will cover up where I slit too deep there. So on these pieces, the writing is upside down, which you can't really tell, but all I'm going to do, because those have got pockets on them and they're going to have stuff sitting in the pockets. So I'm just going to kind of dirty up those spots and not worry about it. So I'm just rubbing my little mini blender tool all over it, and then maybe getting a little bit darker, a little dirtier in one spot or another. I'm going to do that to all 4 of those spots, just because it's got the wording, which on this side the wording is upright, but if you want it to coordinate, you'll need to do it to all 4 spots. Okay, and then I'm going to put this paper over the tops of these just to cover these up. We are going to put something on top of them, but I'm just wanting to cover those up. Just for me, I'm going to cover those up. So here we go. And there we go, all inked and glued. Then I've cut down a card to go in this middle pocket and backed it with some of that collage paper. The card came from the die cut pack, and I just made it so that you can see like that, and that would be an easy pull out. But I want this little tabby, because once we close up this little book, you'll be able to see the tab from the outside too, so I like the look of that. You can just leave it as is. You don't have to put a tab if you don't want to, but I do. Alright, now, the only tricky part is I'm going to put it on there, but then I need to put it in the pocket to make sure that it's lined up with the notch, and oh my goodness, I'd never be able to do that again. It's lined up almost perfectly. I just want to pull it out some so it sticks out just a little more. But that was like almost perfectly lined up. That's crazy. That never happens to me. Ever, ever, ever. Okay. Then look at there. Okay, so then when we close it up, we've got it sticking out. A tab is sticking out right there. I really think that I want to put a pocket on the front. I'm not that big on putting pockets on the fronts of things. There goes something falling in the kitchen. But I do believe this one calls for it. So let's get some paper of some kind, and we're going to put a pocket on here. Guess what I didn't do? I didn't round my corners, did I? Oh well. This one will have, as Julie calls them, straight offensive corners. I'm going to ink around this piece, and this is going to go on the front, and I'm going to have a side notch on it, so it's going to go along with my side notch theme throughout here. And I forgot to tell y'all at the very beginning, I'm using this collection that we had in the shop, let's say last year, I think, preserved paper from Die Cuts with a View. I love this paper. It's beautiful. And this is wonky. I've got a little wonky. So let's get our trimmer and cut that a little better. Oh, much better. And now let's go ahead and do our notch, and then we can ink that again. Beautiful. And then we're going to line this up. Oh yeah, pretty. I like. And then we can decorate this out here too if we want to. And let's do the 3 sides. And then place that on. And this is directional. I do have the words the correct way. That's always a good thing. I'm going to press that down. And then we're going to find something. I might look in the die cut pack again. But that's pretty, isn't it? And see if there's something that I like a little bit better than that. It's got some of the same colors, but we'll just see if there's another one. I think I like the blue one better. It goes right along with that. Oh, I think I like that. Let's just go with it. I'm going to ink both of these pieces. And if you have a lot of white space around die cuts, you can always trim it up some more. Just fussy cut it, trim that white space off. But I don't worry about it. I just ink it. When all else fails, just ink it. And I think I'll get some trim of some kind to put through that. Maybe just some hemp twine. Let's try that. And get that put through. And do a little library knot. And cut off the extra. And then glue this on, and then we need, because that will have dried, we need to cut us a piece to go in that pocket. I'm always amazed at the different kinds of folios that people make, because I mean there's just so many ways that you can make a folio, but every time I open up YouTube and watch another folio video, there's a different one. And I love that. I think folios make some of the best happy mail too. Snail mail, whatever you want to call it. I just think that that is some of the cutest stuff. Just to send something a little bit different other than just a letter, you know, or a card. Cute, I like that. Scoot it over some, and do we need a word phrase? Maybe so. Explore more. I like that. And let's do a little shimmy shake of our own and do a little bitty shallow banner cut into this, just to give it a little extra pizzazz. Wouldn't this be cute for like a little, if your child is on or grandchild is on a field trip or something, and they could put their little specimens in here in the pockets and stuff. That would be so cute. Alright, so now we need to get us a piece that will go in here. So then I've gotten another piece from the paper pad. I'm going to round the corners of this and then just barely round the corners of this piece that I got from the 49 Market die cut pack. Okay, and then ink this front and back. It's got some beautiful butterflies and some gold foil on the back. Die Cuts with a View makes some really pretty paper. Now some of it, when you get it, can be one-sided, so it's not a double-sided paper sometimes. This one is, this that we had was, so we're good there. And I think I'm going to just glue this one close to the top. I'm going to let it hang over the edge here. So I'm going to get it, try to get it close to center. So that'll be my little tab I can pull on. And I'm just gluing it at the top so it can be a little tuck space for a secret something or another later if we want it to. Okay, I don't have any glue squishing out, so I think I'm safe going ahead and putting it in there. Just to make sure of placement. Oh yeah, I like that. Cute. Okay, so there's our front and our little side tuck pocket. And then we've got our middle tuck pocket done. And we've covered those places. And now we need to make us some stuff to go down into these pockets, and we need to fix that. So let's go ahead and do that. The easiest fix is just to cut a little bitty, like, what is that, 1/2 inch piece, and match it up on both sides. Whatever you put on this side, just go ahead and put it on that side also. I think what I will do is just put some glue right there. And this is taller than the pocket. And I'm fine with that, because I'm going to put this on the front of the pocket, and it's taller than the pocket too. And I'm fine with that. So let's just put some glue here and there. Not on this piece, because I would end up getting it over the top. And sometimes it's good to go over the top about stuff, and sometimes it is just not. We don't want to go over the top of our pocket, because then it would no longer be a pocket. See, I like that. Let's go ahead and just matchy it up. And this was just a piece from that die cut pack that I actually cut off from that piece there. So I'll just go ahead and line that up, and we'll find a die cut to go there. And let's go ahead and do that here too, since we've got those extra spaces. Trying not to get those pockets where they were too bulky. That's why we did that. But it folds fine, so now it's good to put on whatever you'd like. Just don't get on that fold line, and you shall be fine. Okay, same thing here. Just gives a little bit of extra interest, and I've never done anything like that on a pocket, and I like how it looks. I am a fan. Okay, we've got some shrooms in here, some mushrooms. I like that. And maybe put this one on this side. Yeah. And then let's put something bigger right there. Maybe not another one of those wood pieces. Oh, I like that. Nature study. I like. So let's put that one there. And I'm just going to go right along there. We're just extending up that pocket a little bit. Okay, and this one's got a lot of white space around the edges, so we need to do quite a bit of inking. Okay. I'm just going to glue, put it right up against it. Okay, same thing here. Let's ink this. I'm going to come out this way a little bit. So we're going to glue here and there. Cute. Okay. Okay, those came from the die cut pack. I like those, so I'm going to leave those in there like that, and we might make some tags to go in there too. Okay, we're going to go to these two flaps. So when you close up your folio, this flap, and then there's the middle, and then that flap. Okay, we're going to go here and here, and we're going to cut pieces to make a tall pocket with a notch at the top, and we're going to have two tabbies sticking out of the top of these. And for this one, I'm going to round just the top corners and make my notch pretty deep. And ink that up, and then we're going to glue that on. To the edge here, just like that. Cute. Yeah, it's got gold foil on it, so it's going to shimmer on you. Give you a little bit of a glare when you look at it. Sorry. But it sure is pretty. Okay. Now I'm going to put that one on, let it dry before we try to place anything in it, of course. Get it as straight as possible. Then add a couple of die cuts, or a few die cuts, to the pocket, or just leave the pocket like it is. Totally up to you. What is it most all of the famous YouTubers say? You don't want to do it like I do it? You do you. However you want to do it. And I say the same thing. Do it however you would want to do it. Don't worry if you don't have the same stuff I have. Don't worry about that. See, just 3 little die cuts to decorate that up. I'm going to do the same thing here. Make me a little pocket to go on here. Okay. I got some paper from the beautiful 49 Market Nature Study collection. So pretty. But I love that I can also take papers from other collections and it go right along with it. This has beautiful little mushrooms and beetles on it. Cute. And then the other side is just as pretty, a little plaid. And these make substantial tags. So 49 Market does not play around as far as their weight of their cardstock. Look how cute that is. We need to make little tabs for the tops of these. Ink this up. Oh, do the back too, Melina. This is the diagonal corner punch from We Are Memory Keepers. You don't have to have that. Y'all know Mom, whenever she makes tag corners, she just has a, well, I think she's got one of those now, but she used to just use like a credit card or a awards card kind of thing and do that. That's what she used to do. Now let's get our whale tail punch, and let's punch us a couple of tabs. Okay, little tab at the top of that one. Cute. Now let's get a tab at the top of this one. And I am not concerned about that writing being upside down on the back side of the tab. Not worried about that, but I am going to put it like this so that when you are looking at the folio while it's closed, at least the lettering will be right side up, facing out. I love it. I think I need to push this one over just a tad bit to get it lined up. If that's not a concern for you, don't worry about it. I think what I'm going to do though is push this one, because I made it a little skinnier so that maybe I could get, yeah, I like that. Let's say a little bit of one and a little bit of another one. Cute, and it goes right along with the paper that's on the front. I went ahead and put that same paper on the back because I love it so much. Okay, before we make our other tags, it's going to go in these pockets here because we've got everything else taken care of. Before we do that, we're going to put our embellishments here, and what I'm going to do is make two little kind of long belly band, and that is going to hold our little removable specimen pads. So if we were to be making notes about specimens or things out in our field trip, you know, something like that, then we could write it on that, and it's going to have specimen pads in it. I love that. So let's do a little, yep, let's just use that same paper that we had pulled off for the pockets at the bottom, and I'm going to trim that up because it is, of course, a little bit crooked where I cut it myself. So we're looking at just under 3 3/4. Let's see if that's going to be cut down enough. It certainly will be. Okay, one for each side. So we're going to go, because this is about 1 1/2. So we're going to cut this down. And you don't have to worry if that is perfectly straight, because you're going to put something, you're going to be putting something down in it, and most of it's going to be covered up anyway. So I'm just going to ink around the edges just in case it is seen when you take out your little specimen pads. And I'm going to pop these on, giving myself about 1/4 inch at the top. Just glue them on like that. A little bit of glue on each edge. And then pop them on. Try not to drop them like I just did. Give myself about 1/4 inch up top. There we go. And then you're going to want to make your little notepad that you're going to put in there that's going to be removable. You're going to want to make it probably about just a little over 2 1/2 inches wide. So I've got some of the collage papers from that 49 Market that I showed you earlier. And I'm just putting the shorter ones on top of some of the longer ones. Then we're just going to start stacking together. I just want to get the short ones in there too. That one's got 2 plain ones. Let's go. That's a plain one too. Let's go here and there. There we go. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 3 and 3, and then 3 and 3. I just cut the collage papers up. And then I'm going to make sure that once I put them on there, yes, they're going to fit. So we're good there. Just line them up. Get me a little clip of some kind. Have this one off to the side here. Just clip them together so they'll stay in place. And then I'm going to cut this paper down just a bit. And then I'm going to give myself 1.5 inches and another 1.5 inches. And fold them in half. Like that. And get my bone folder. Same with this one. There we go. Okay. Then I'm just going to make sure that that is going to go down in there. If not, all we got to do is trim off one end. It's almost going. Let's look. See about this one with this. Now that one's working. Okay, I'm just going to barely trim off a little bit here. Might not have got that one the width I should have. Okay. Then I'm going to get my papers and I'm going to stuff them up in there, and I'm going to use my Tim Holtz tiny attacher and just make sure that all your papers are as high up as possible, and then you're going to go at the very tip top and staple those on, because when you go to put them on your little rail here, you need it to go down as far as possible, like that. Look at it, how cute. I love that. We're going to ink this. Ink that there. Go ahead and ink the back too. Why not? And then just wherever you want to separate it, put your papers back behind. And then your little top piece there. Cute! Okay, I think I will find a nicer little, ooh yeah, I like that one. So let's flip-flop these like this. Line them up. Let's go ahead and ink this before we put it on there. How about that? And then just keep stacking together and all the way down onto your papers, and then staple at the top, toward the top anyway. Then a couple of pages back, shimmy that down in there. That is cute. I like those. Very cute little specimen notepads made from that collage paper. If you did not see me show that earlier, here is that pack. It is $49 Market Blossom Collage Sheets. Very pretty papers I have used in this project today. I'm going to go ahead and put those back down in there. And they're nice and thin like newspaper. Very nice. Okay, so now we need 1, 2, 3, 4 tags. So let's make 4 tags for those. And we will be done with our little folio except for our closure. We need to figure out how we want to close this up. Now for these tags, I just used some cardstock from the 49 Market Nature Study collection, and I'm using my diagonal punch on the tops, and then on the bottoms just the tiniest little corner round. And then we got to ink them and put our toppers on. For the tops, I think I'm going to go with twine on these, and I'm using my little reinforced hole punch. So when I use my crocodile, I'm going to put that around where the hole is for the tops, and this is just going to give me some more pink to go on these little tags. And full disclosure, on some of the tags I did go round at the top instead of tag corner. Okay, and then this is a reinforced 1-inch hole punch, and I do believe that's 49 Market. I'm not completely sure. We stopped carrying that because we had people saying that theirs weren't working, but that is a different kind of punch. It doesn't punch all the way through, it feels like, and I think that's what they were thinking, that it wasn't punching correctly, but it does. It's just, it doesn't have that same satisfying, you know, all the way through as other punches do. So we just stopped carrying it because, you know, we didn't want people thinking we were carrying an inferior product, but it was working. It was fine. It just was not working out for some. And I'm going to put this all around my reinforced little piece, and I'm not worrying about inking it. That's too tiny. I'm not going to worry about that. Okay, I'm going to put that reinforced hole around all of them. There's one. Here's 2. And 3. This paper from 49 Market. Oh my goodness. They knocked it out of the park with this one. So pretty. The other one that actually looks like a tag at the top. Okay. Okay, then I'm just going to tie on some twine, and this is dark brown. Ooh, lights are flickering. That is one thing we do need around here. We need some rain. That's what lights flickering always reminds me of. That it's about to storm, we need some rain. I think I'm going to put that one in the front pocket. Love that. And these are just going to get tied on. Just like that one. I'm not even worrying about library knot, just tying them. And then I'll cut off whichever one's longer, just to even them up. That one's pretty even. So I'm going to leave it as is. And go ahead and do these other 2. Alright, now look at all the I love those. I'm going to trim off a couple that look a little too long. Those are cute. I love all them sticking out of the top. Too cute. So we open it up. Here is a pocket here. We've got our little specimen pad, a pocket here. Then we've got that pocket in the middle there. Another pocket here. Pocket there. We didn't even look at that pocket on this one. Here's that pocket. pocket there. Another specimen notepad. And then another pocket there. I love the little notches cut out. Too cute. We are right on the line as far as the folding part. So I'm going to take this. And this is just me. If you don't want to do this, don't worry about it. But, I mean, it is a little fiddly to put it into... I think I got that word from Julie at Camellia Crafts Designs too. I think she says that. But I just need that to be just a tad bit shorter so that when we're folding it over, it's not interfering with that fold. Ah, so much better. Okay, let's do the same thing to this one. This front one. We're just going to barely clip it. Barely. A little bitty bit. And then we'll re-ink that. Put our tags back in. I think that's going to help. It was getting a little bit where it didn't want to bend correctly. Okay. Those in there. Oh yes. Much better. Much better. Oh yeah. Folds together so much better. Cool. Alright, and then to close it up, I am probably just going to get some of this beautiful seam binding that I got from, I think it's My Scrap Cabin on Etsy. Oh yeah, we do need to put a little bit of something on the pages in there for the specimen pads. Okay, I don't know what color this is. It might be like a mocha, but it is very pretty. Let's see how that looks. And it's all crinkly, so it's great to leave long if we want to. I love that. So I'm just going to slide that off. Let's open this up and maybe get a couple of die cuts for those pieces, and we will be done. Alright, so these are transparent stickers. Yep. I'm going to put those on just like that. And let's trim this one up just a little bit. Let's go ahead and just knock off that little extra there and get it a little closer in here. Hey, you know what? I just kind of work the stickers how I want them if they're a little big. Ooh, I like it. Pretty. Okay, now the trick is to get them off of the backing. And put that one down. So cute. Love that. This one's small enough I don't need to cut it at all. So let's get the backing off. Get that put on the paper. Cute. So cute. Great little specimen folio, if I do say so myself. Oh, I love it. I still have a little piece wanting to curl up. So when you're making yours, if you want to trim that back even more, I think I will do this. So that maybe that little corner won't get in the way too much anymore. Good, good, good. Yep, that works better. Yay. And then let's see if we can do that trick where we just put it back on there. Probably not. Alright, so that is our little mini folio, one sheet wonder with double specimen pads and all kinds of little tabs and tags and pockets. I love it. It's a nice little chunky monkey. And I mean, it would make some thick snail mail, but you could still mail this to somebody if you wanted to. I love it. Thank y'all for coming along with me as we make this. I hope you have enjoyed this video. I know it was a longer video, but to get a full tutorial, sometimes you just gotta go long to get all the details in. And then look at all the ink. Oh, it's just an inky, messy, wonderful kind of day whenever you can make something this cute and get a full tutorial and then, you know, come to visit my channel. Thanks so much. Y'all have a great day. I'll see you in the next video. God bless. Love y'all. Bye.